NGC holding up multi-million-dollar investments. Let's read this. This is from the Express, Business Express, page 6. Key points. NGC contracts too short for investments. Iron and steel plant unable to restart. Company mum on commercial terms. Remember the both said they're starting back energy plant and the media go, woo, Rowley. The inability of the National Gas Company to provide downstream operators and other investors with natural gas contracts exceeding 3 years is holding up hundreds of millions of dollars in investment, according to several industry sources. Express Business has learned that there are companies that want to do major turnarounds, but have not been able to do them because they simply do not have the required minimum 5-year contracts from the NGC and do not want to get caught in a situation like Methanex, which invested over 100 million in a turnaround on the expectation that it could get an NGC gas contract it could live with, and it never materialized. Imagine a corporation, a company spending 100 million US and the PNM left them high and dry, holding their own, and could not consummate the deal, could not recoup the investment it could live with. It never materialized, leaving the plant mothballed indefinitely. Earlier this month, Methanex announced that the Titan methanol plant will remain shut indefinitely and has in the past said it will not accept a gas contract from the state-owned company unless it believed it could make a profit on the life of the contract. But the profitability of the contract is affected by Rowley and Smallpin's negotiation in 2017, which carries us straight up into 2022-2023, where the upstreamers benefited dramatically, up 67% and so on. And Trinidad and Tobago suffered from these two blithering idiots who come to talk to you with arrogance and lies. The latest project to be stalled by NGC's inability to grant a contract of at least 5 years is the planned restart of the iron and steel complex at Point Lisa's industrial estate. And the PNM comes and say the UNC celebrates this. How can we celebrate the fact that blithering idiots and incompetents are in government suffering our country and our people because they gerrymander, they cheat, they use COVID, they locked out 35,000 voters, they control the EBC, 67 irregularities, stupidity, race games, race politics, and nonsense. And our people have to suffer because of PNM incompetence? We are not happy about that. We knew that. We knew Smallpin was a dunce before y'all ever knew him, before he ever joined the PNM in 2014. We knew Rowley is a total miscreant, heartless, careless fellow who wants to procure without procurement and control all your money and make sure Noel Garcia controls all your money, because he and Noel Garcia tighter than he and Sharon. You had better check Noel Garcia for COVID because he is the primary contact, not Sharon. EOG Resources, an upstreamer, reveals Trinidad gas prices. Remember, Jerry Brooks resigned. The intelligent technocrats were battling with the upstreamers for what's best for Trinidad and Tobago, negotiating where 1 cent US per MMBTU and so on could have huge ramifications. And then Keith Rowley and Smallpin took over the negotiation, sidelined the intelligent technocrats, and completed the negotiation that crashed Point Lisa, made NGC make a loss for the first time in history. And the upstreamers celebrated. But the upstreamers are at least honest and they have to account and it's open. Rowley, everything is secret, NDA, technical. It's a critical time. We have to keep it confidential. Not companies like EOG. They have shareholders. They have to give out information. They are very transparent and accountable. In a blow to the government and the national gas companies' continued efforts to keep the price it pays for natural gas from upstream companies a secret, EOG Resources has revealed that last year they sold its gas to the NGC for $4.43 US per per MMBTU. 443. 443. So if NGC have to sell that to any company like Methanex or whatever, they have to sell it above 443. They have to sell it at 5, 6, 7, 8. That's why those companies say, but we can't buy that gas and still make a profit. That is our main component. That is too costly. We will be generating no profit. So therefore, we shutter. 11 companies shuttered because of PNM stupidity. This is not funny. This means in 2022, it was significantly more expensive for the NGC to acquire gas from EOG, sell it to the petrochemical sector. The government and state-owned NGC have always tried to keep the price they purchase natural gas as a secret, arguing it negatively impacts the country's competitiveness. Still, EOG has consistently been transparent in its earnings out of Trinidad and Tobago. We should have had the EOG executive in charge of the Ministry of Energy. Them bright fellas would have taken care of Trinidad and Tobago. We would have had money to handle hospital, roads, water, and so on. But unfortunately, the ones you all put to represent us, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, is Keith Rowley, Stuart Smallpin-Young, and Colm Imbert against bright fellas. That's like Usain Bolt running a race against Marlene McDonald. In its financial statement for 2022, the American outfit said the $4.43 price, $4.43 US per MMBTU, MMSCF is higher than the $3.40 it earned in 2021 and the $2.57 in 2020. So they're earning more and more, NGC paying more and more, which means you losing more and more because more and more companies cannot afford what NGC have to sell because PNM incompetence. Atlantic LNG to lay off staff. This Atlantic LNG that say we don't want train 1, we're going and operate train 2, 3, 4. We're going and work there and try to do what gas we have to use it there. Smallpin and them try to tell the board, no. All you keep train 1 alive, we go get gas, we go find gas. They ain't get no gas. And they're spending your money, $233 million flushed down the toilet a year and a half ago. How much in the last year and a half? Only the Lord Almighty knows. Atlantic LNG has confirmed that it is laying off staff and has already offered all employees voluntary separation employment packages to go home over the next 2 months. The VSEP comes as the company has moved from operating 4 LNG trains to 3. And even with 3, its president Ronald Adams recently admitted that it is only getting enough gas, natural gas, to meet 70% of the capacity. Let me tell you, I don't know what to tell all you again.